Vicki Bell over at Navigate with a tip for you. Today's tip is going to be on LEP, Limited English Proficiency. Remember that LEP comes up under the Fair Housing umbrella, and that HUD says that you have to have a plan to assist applicants and residents who are non-English speaking. If you have residents or if you do not, you still need a plan in order to comply with the Fair Housing and the HUD guidelines. So we want to help you stay in compliance. In the plan, list the items or tools or resources that you would use to help your non-English speaking applicants and residents. It might be an interpreter, it might be a family member, it might be something that you have written. If you will recall, on HUD Clips, you can get a copy of the lease and most applications and a lot of information in so many different languages. If you need any help or if you need any assistance in writing a LAP plan, just call us at Navigate and we'll be glad to help. Thank you.
Everyone, Leslie from Navigate here with this week's Tuesday tip. Today I'll be talking about HUD's recent notice on industry standard repairs. At the recent NAMA HUD regulatory meeting in Washington, D.C., REAC officials expressed the importance of owner agents not taking shortcuts when it comes to preparing for REAC inspections. Simply hiding the defect or making a substandard repair instead of an acceptable industry standard repair is not what you want to do as an owner agent. The growing trend of non-industry standard, or NIS, inferior repairs in preparation for a REAC inspection at some properties resulted in REAC issuing Inspector Notice 2016-03. While REAC has been working with certified contract inspectors to assist them with understanding the notice, we believe it is also important for multifamily property owners and agents to be aware of the notice as well. Our goal is for HUD properties to provide and maintain their buildings and units in a way that provides housing that is decent, safe, sanitary, and in good repair. So when making repairs, it's important to make sure you properly use materials as they are intended to be used. For example, using duct tape to cover holes in aluminum siding is not acceptable. You want to fix deficiencies, not just hide them. Say you have a tenant door that's been damaged. It would be an NIS repair to just patch the holes in the door. Rather, the entire door should be replaced to maintain the resident's home in a safe and fair manner. An acceptable industry standard repair would be using rubber stopper in a bathroom that's missing or has a damaged manual sink stopper. Just make sure that all visual evidence of the mechanical stopper has been removed. If you have any questions whatsoever about how to proceed with repairs, or if you have any concerns about repairs being made, you can always call your local REAC office. We also have more details, handy tips, and several more examples on our website. Just follow the link below. If you liked this video, please share it with others, and you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter using the handle @NavigateHousing. Thanks so much for watching today, and tune in next week for our next tip.
Hi everyone, Leslie from Navigate with this week's Tuesday tip. Today's tip covers some quick guidelines to help you streamline the annual recertification process with your tenants. Chapter 7 of the HUD Handbook 4350.3 covers annual recertifications in great detail, but we'll go over some key time-saving highlights here today. When preparing your tenant files for an AR, consider keeping each tenant's file in the same order. That makes it easy for you and for the reviewer during the MOR process or any other file review. Another time-saving tip is to go ahead and put together annual recertification packets so when AR time rolls around, you'll be ready. Further, maintaining a master EIV binder will help you save time and stay organized. There are 5 main categories you must include in your AR checklist. They are the required notices, such as your initial and reminder notices, the required tenant forms, such as the recertification questionnaire and consent forms, acknowledgments, such as the resident's rights and responsibilities, EIV and U brochure, the verifications of the 50059, such as the EIV income report and any additional third-party verifications, and finally, the proof of completion for the annual certification with the 50059 signed and dated appropriately and processed through TRAX. Tenant files can grow quite large over the years, so to save some space and paper, consider including a signed acknowledgement receipt of the required tenant brochures rather than a copy of each form itself. Our team here at Navigate can help you with the annual recertification process from start to finish and guide you through each piece step by step. Click on the link below to learn more about our training opportunities. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter using the handle @NavigateHousing. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Everyone, this is Leslie.
And I'm Vicki.
And we're from Navigate Affordable Housing Partners, here to talk to you today about the Affirmative Fair Housing Marketing Plan. I'll start with an introduction into the who's, what's, why's, and how's.
And I'll give some useful tips.
Don't worry if this is all new to you. We're here to help here at Navigate. So who does this marketing plan affect? Well, if you are participating in FHA subsidized and unsubsidized multifamily housing programs and you have 5 or more units, you must complete the Affirmative Fair Housing Marketing Plan form. The purpose of this program is to help owner agents offer equal housing opportunities regardless of race, color, national origin, religion, sex, familial status, or disability. This plan will help you as an owner agent effectively market the availability of housing opportunities to both minority and non-minority individuals who are least likely to apply for occupancy. Also, affirmative fair housing marketing and planning should be part of all new construction, substantial rehabilitation, and existing project marketing and advertising activities. So what exactly is this plan? Well, HUD has created a very detailed step-by-step format for you to follow that takes you through the information gathering and planning needed to complete a successful fair housing marketing plan. The form itself contains 9 separate parts you must complete, as well as instructions for each of those sections and what information you must supply. On average, it has been reported that first-timers completing and compiling this information will spend about 6 hours on it, while those just updating existing plans can expect to spend maybe around 4 hours. So by signing and submitting your plan to HUD, you will be assuming responsibility for implementing it. You must also review your marketing plan every 5 years, or when the local community development jurisdiction's consolidated plan is updated, or when there are significant changes in the demographics of the project or the local housing market area. When reviewing the plan, you should also consider the current demographics of the housing market area to determine if there have been demographic changes in the population. Once your plan has been submitted to and approved by HUD, you must submit a notification of intent to begin marketing no later than 90 days prior to the beginning of your rental marketing activities. As with the initial plan submission, this notification should be submitted to the Office of Housing in the local HUD office where the marketing activities will be taking place. There are a few things this plan requires that you should note as you begin. For example, Part 3 refers to demographics and marketing area, including those least likely to apply for housing. What does that mean exactly? Least likely to apply basically means that there is an identifiable presence of a specific demographic group in the housing market area, but members of that group are not likely to apply without targeted outreach. Some of those reasons not to apply could include a language barrier, perhaps, or transportation issues, or insufficient information about housing opportunities. Another item to note is that the fair housing poster must be prominently displayed in all offices in which sale or rental activities take place. In your form, you need to be sure to list all locations where the poster will be displayed. Also, the project site sign must prominently display the HUD Equal Housing Opportunity logo, slogan, or statement. Your form must also include where the project site sign will be displayed, as well as its size, along with the size of the actual logo itself. Photos of the signs are also required. Now, these are just a few elements to introduce you to the Affirmative Fair Housing Marketing Plan. And now, Vicki will take us further into some key tips you need to know about this marketing plan.
Hi, Vicki again. Wanted to give you some tips on the Affirmative Fair Housing Marketing Plan that you can use and that you need to remember. The largest one, or the biggest one, would be the marketing outreach. Remember, you have to give the name, the title, and a correct phone number on your marketing plan. HUD will investigate this. One of the HUD investigators for the Affirmative Fair Housing Marketing Plan did tell us that that's the reason that they reject a lot of plans, because they call the marketing outreach person and they've never heard of the property, they have no idea about the property, or that person has moved on. So make sure that you update that information often. Also, we want to talk about the logo. Make sure that your logo and that the slogan is on your advertising materials. You all already know that and do a pretty good job at it. Also, the limited English proficiency. If your demographic area is an area that does not speak English, make sure that you have an LEP, a limited English proficiency plan. The LAP plan will also tell HUD how, when you plan to get an interpreter, or how you plan to communicate the information to non-English speaking residents and applicants. And remember that during the MOR process, we will review your Affirmative Fair Housing Marketing Plan. And if you have any trouble or you need any navigation, just call Navigate. We'll be glad to help you. And thank you.